Hello, I'm Mariana Danilovich with Ultralive TV, and we're here at Digital Hollywood Fall 2010 with Linda Nicolai, who is the president of the Executive Alliances Group.
Correct. Thank you.
So, Linda, you're speaking again at Digital Hollywood this week. Tell us what your topic is.
The topic is web video and web series and the incredible phenomenon that's taking place on the web with regard to original web series and web content as part of the International Academy of Web Television, a group I just joined because part of what I do is to track new talent and new trends, and this is unrelenting. It's clearly a phenomenon when a web series can draw in 16 million viewers in a month. And so the contrast between original web series, traditional entertainment, where the two meet, where they don't meet, this is really what the discussion is going to be about.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've been in the talent business in traditional and digital media for quite some time. What has changed in the last couple of years?
Last couple of years is clearly the open web and the social media aspect of it. Sharing is a given. The phenomenon that Twitter and Facebook can have on a property without any paid media is pretty amazing in terms of making or breaking a show or an advertisement campaign, and so it's pretty compelling. So there's an argument going on about how to use social media, whether you should use it to promote a show, promote a new product. Where does it fit in the whole media pie? And should Hollywood track alongside of it? Should they jump in the car? Where is this all going relative to Google TV, Apple TV, Hulu, all of those vehicles that can pretty much carry Hollywood's audience off if you think about it, wave goodbye. So there's a lot of discussion going on about are there two distinct lines of programming, or are they really going to blend under one platform?
And since a lot of people have been higher level executives at this show have been displaced from their positions in the last couple of years for the economic circumstances that our country and the rest of the world has been in. What kind of advice could you give them for possible new positions? What are people looking for? And also, how can you translate your background to date, whether you come from traditional or digital media, into what's needed?
Well, I think you're a perfect example of that in terms of, first of all, embrace it and be curious about it and want to understand and learn what that ideal age group is doing while they're out there. Somebody I should say, Michael Eisner spoke today, and he was curious about virtual currency and couldn't quite understand why someone would spend $100 on virtual goods. But the fact is, it's a huge phenomenon that not only content producers are capitalizing on, but anybody to do with games or even retailers that are creating games and coupons that ultimately drive retail foot traffic. So it's incumbent upon old media to embrace it. It's begging for creativity. I'm still waiting for that TV show that just is a head slapper moment that incorporates audience participation, social media, real-time engagement, and helping to drive storylines, and you're really starting to see a lot more of that. So I think it's an enormous opportunity for anybody from traditional media to leverage that enormous amount of creativity into these new areas. It's just begging for it, really, in terms of something wonderful and very creative.
Do you find that it's more difficult of a transition now or less difficult than it was from traditional media to the internet, let's say at the beginning in the 90s?
Well, it's easier now for a lot of reasons. We are at the true intersection where you really can leverage what you do to a real live audience, a huge audience now. Whereas in the 90s, it was hard to get a viral video turned into something that was going to make you some money. And now, between YouTube and you have agents involved now, you have advertisers involved in a very meaningful way, you have actors involved in a very meaningful way. Justine Bateman's running around here somewhere doing her show, Easy to Assemble, which is in conjunction with IKEA. in fact. So, you see that all the pieces have come together and it's working. So it's actually easier now, I think, to get into this and bring some of that maturity and true expertise relative to monetizing audiences, which is really where this needs to go now, moving from amateur to professional into its own career category. You wouldn't have been able to say that 10 years ago, but now you can actually, mom and dad, be happy. If your kids want to go into interactive internet programming, they can actually make a living doing it.
And that's a good news.
I think so. Yeah.
I think we should end on that positive note.
It's positive, yeah.
So if I'm developing these webisodes, mom and dad, I may actually have a job graduating from college.
You can. I mean, the annoying orange guy, I'm told today, is making $300,000 a year. That's not so bad.
We like those stories, and we like the social network, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Linda, and good luck with the panel.
Thank you so much.